Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroader. We're out here at Appalachia Junction Yard, and we've got something kind of different today. You might have just heard that. Let me introduce Fedora Railroad number 9670. Yeah, we got a diesel. I spent a lot of money. And this is the color and number it came with, and I've just kind of rolled with it. It's kind of growing on me. But she's a beast. If you haven't checked out the numbers, 64,000 pounds of tractive effort. And this thing just sips fuel. It holds 1,100 gallons. And I basically pulled the empties, all the empties over here to Appalachia Junction. And use, what's that, 33 gallons of diesel fuel? Granted, that was empties. But it was still, I think we started out around 700 tons, 900 tons, somewhere in there. Made some drop-offs here and there, and then we're just getting ready to drop off the hopper here that's going over to the copper mines. So yeah, we're going to be running a diesel today, and I'm excited to see what this thing will do when it's pulling a big load back. I think we can maintain speed. We won't have to stop for coal or water. And it's going to be great. The only concern I have is maybe when it's working hard that it will use a lot of fuel, because the diesel fuel is quite expensive. But we'll see how it goes. I like it. It sounds good. It's got a ton of pulling power. You can see I've got the cars over there ready to go to the mine. We just need to get cut off from the car here. So we're going to leave this here for the Appalachia Copper Company local. So I'm going to throw that on, unhook from there, and then we're just going to hop up here on the step. And we've got Al trained. Oh, he's saying the switch is lined against him. We've got Al trained on the diesel. He's been doing a fantastic job as usual. So let's get him out on the main here, and we'll throw a fusee down there, just so he doesn't get too far away from us. And we'll watch this beast roll past here. She's pretty quiet. I kind of like to have a little more of a rumble from that, but it does sound pretty good. I'm sure the train nerds will have something to say, but to me, the layman, it sounds good. All right, we're going to go back up. And we're just going to run back up through. Just go ahead and hop in this seat here. Al's over there driving. He's shy. Can't see him. Makes a little more noise. It sounds kind of like a vacuum cleaner when it gets on the throttle. But let's get all these lined back to their normal position. And we're going to come on out of here. And then we're going to push the empties on up to the mine. Let's go back over to the train here. So I'd planned to pick out some kind of color. But yeah, let me know what you think about the yellow. It kind of just works for me. I do wish we could choose like font and stuff. Or that, but it is what it is. So I think we could just do that. We wanted to mix it up. Can't change the actual like style or anything. So we'll see. Kind of, uh-oh, what's going on? What happened there, Al? You knocked me outside the cab for a little bit. Yeah, you can actually get up and walk around. Got a fairly detailed cab. All the stuff is there. All the basics anyway. That's a little hard to hang on to. It's okay, we'll get settled down in the conductor chair here. All right, Al, you see all those coal cars up there? That's your target, buddy. Go on up there and we'll vacuum up some coal dust. This thing sounds good when it's roaring by and blaring the horn for the road crossing. I was thinking in the Locomotive showcase I did, which was pre-release, I don't think they had the bell on the front, did they? I think that came later. But there's some pretty nice detail in here. Again, I'm not a super trained nerd, so I couldn't tell you if this was the right kind of GP9. I know they came in all kinds of different configurations. Some of them had like air tanks and steam generators and stuff for passenger service. It looks like a train to me. Looks like a locomotive, so I'm happy. And if it's as economical on fuel as it appears to be, I think it's going to be great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, Al. You're scaring me. Okay, we'll get you laced up. Get these brakes knocked off. And let's see, we have 2 sets on. Now, I was going to wait until I had a load to haul, but I just haven't had time. Work has just been absolutely brutal. I did about 16 hours yesterday. So if I want to get it out, this should be coming out on Saturday if you're watching it when it comes out. I'm recording this kind of on my lunch break Friday. So, yeah. We don't have a big load yet, but I've been itching to use this thing. So I thought I'd make a video just pushing some cars around. Seeing how it behaves. So let's head up to the mine and make sure we're lined up. We do have some tools we need to drop off. Mining supplies or tools, I forget what they call it. Yeah, that's empty, so we need to come up in there. We'll kind of do the same thing we did last time we came in here. We'll push that in, we'll leave the car there, and then we'll move the coal cars on up. And we'll get lined into the main track there, and then we're good. So we're going to get right up close and personal with this thing. And we'll see how she does, how she sounds pushing up through this curve. One thing I've noticed that doesn't seem to be realistic just from me running diesels in Run 8 is you can put it in notch 1 and it just kind of barely wants to do anything. Running light. So that doesn't seem to be quite right. It seems like it's a little bit simplified, kind of like the steam locos are. That's fine. This is more about the operations. The focus isn't on the super detailed operation of the locomotive itself. It's more about running a railroad. There we go. I got that whine. That sounded pretty good. But it seems like that's notch 4. It doesn't sound like it's a notch 4. I would kind of like the sound to be a little more aggressive as far as just beefiness. It doesn't sound like a big diesel engine that's doing anything. I've got my headphones on, which have excellent bass response, and I'm getting nothing. So by the time it goes through YouTube, it probably sounds like not super impressive to you guys. The pitch and the tone and everything seems right. It just doesn't have that feel. Like if I'm running a diesel in Run 8, you know, I can feel that in the bass. Especially if I've got my rail driver hooked up and it has a subwoofer built in. It'll shake the whole desk. It's pretty awesome. But overall, happy so far. We've used 35 gallons of diesel fuel, and we're all the way over here at Appalachia Junction doing work. So that's pretty crazy. And all the diesel fuel stands that you buy the parts and build them, they all come with 4,000 gallons of diesel. So that's a good start. But I think an 8,000 gallon tank of diesel, I'm thinking it was like over $2,000. It's fairly pricey. AI is doing a lot of notch hunting there. Probably could have a little more hysteresis built into that. So if we go look at finance, of course we're down a bit. But yeah, we were able to buy the diesel and we still got almost $6,000. You can see the GP9 there was 31.5 with the discount. But we're making a healthy chunk with the sawmill, and we got between the sawmill and Robinson coal, basically we've got like $4,500 a day. So we're making a decent chunk of change. All right, let's head on up to the end here. We have mining supplies is what they're calling it. All right, it sees the car there. I saw it pop up for a second. We can go ahead and go to 5. Let's let it ease on up. Come on now. See, now he's in notch 8. I mean, that's just not how you do things, but it is what it is. It's good enough. You should pull up there and stop. Is he going to get far enough in? So let's switch to yard mode and do 2 cars. And see if we can get stopped right in here somewhere. So let me know what you think of the bright yellow. I was going to go with our orange like we're using on the fuel cars. Because that's kind of it was the Fedora Farms colors way back in the Farm Sim 17 days. That kind of orangish. It's not really a safety orange. It's a little more subdued than that. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do too well on the slope. So let me know what you think about the color. And I kind of like the number, 9670. Kind of rolls off the tongue, so probably keep that number. All right, you are stopped. We need to come forward and about another car there, Al. We got to get this car in the clear. Should have been back here so you could hear that horn good. You have nice smoke rolling out of the stacks there. Now, I don't know too much about the internal engine on these guys. I don't know if it was the original, like, man, what was the engine? Completely escaping me now. I was thinking it was a 6-cylinder. So did they have like 3 cylinders per stack, or how did that work? Somebody will know. You know what? That's not great, Al, but I'm going to call it good enough in the interest of time. So let's have you back on up. Just a hair. Don't need to get too excited. Then you can come on forward. All right, let's listen to this thing work. There we go. He was waiting for the air to come off. Now she's singing. So we have 15 cars. I think that'll fit in the siding. We'll see how deep we can get in there. So I had several comments about once we opened up to Andrews. Is that down here? Yeah, Andrews. So I think once you get to there, from what I understand from the comments, there's also an interchange here, and then you'll have an interchange at each end of the railroad. So, and the grades down here are brutal. I've flown over this, just checking it out. The grades down here, yeah, like super brutal. So I'm not in any big hurry to expand just yet. I wanted to get some decent power, and we're just going to keep making some money. I do plan to expand to Silva next as far as expansions go. I don't know for sure when that'll be, but soonish as we make money. Like, I'm pretty confident now in the GP9 with its pulling ability. But it's going to have limits. I'll just have to figure out what those limits are. I think it's going to make a good coal hauler, though. And we could just run, you know, long hood forward on the way back. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Alright, I think that's good there, Al. Go ahead and bring her to a stop. Here we go. $71 a piece for a timely delivery. Okay, Al, let's go tie up down here and we'll have a late breakfast. And we'll just be waiting for them to load up. And I think, you know what, I'll just have him go into there. Then he should stop. So there you go. Nice, short, and sweet video. I wanted to get something out, though, because I've been busy and I wanted to play. But I wanted to show off the diesel. We will be hauling some heavy loads with this thing, and we'll see how it does. Thanks, as always, for watching, folks. And I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.